Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mahdi English School, and as usual before we begin with our video, I would like to share some information with you, and I suppose that all of you are already following whatever instructions are given to you every day. So let us repeat that things which we need to remember every day, that whenever we go out we must wear a mask on our face and we must carry a small bottle of sanitizer with us. If you meet someone, if you touch somewhere else, then you must immediately use sanitizer. And also, as you come back home, you have to wash your hands with the soap at least for 30 seconds. See that you wash your hands for 30 seconds, not less than that. And one more thing that I suggest you, as far as possible, please eat homemade food. Don't prefer the food brought from outside. Please eat homemade food. It is the best food for all of us. And if possible, try to drink lukewarm hot water at least twice a day. So these are all the measures that are necessary for all of us. Please follow these instructions every day and do as your parents tell you. So today's video for class 3 is on subject English. Let us read a thought before we begin. Go your own way. Very easy. Just 4 words are there, one line. Go your own way. So what is the meaning of this thought? The meaning of this thought is that you have to find your own way. You don't have to follow someone else. You see that some student is doing something new. You follow that student. It is good that you learn something from that student, but then you have to make something new of yourself. You have to make something which no one else has made till now. If that student is preparing a nice drawing which you have not seen, then you should learn how to draw, but you have to make your own picture. So learn from others, but do your own. Do what you like and make new things and surprise everyone. Go your own way, find your own path. And in today's video, the topics which I have taken, that is chapter 3, the apple dumpling. In my previous video, you have already seen the notes of the chapter. So today, we will read that lesson so that we can revise the lesson, revision of the lesson, chapter 3, the apple dumpling, which you have already understood in my past videos. And after that, we will learn some difficult words. I have also highlighted some difficult words for you so that we can know the spellings and the meanings. So let us begin. Chapter number 3, the apple dumpling, written by Maud Lindsay. So children, do you know the name Maud Lindsay? You have to memorize this name because this name can come in your exam. The lesson, the apple dumpling, is written by the author Maud Lindsay. Do you know who she was? She was born in 1874 and she died in 1941. She was the childhood friend of Helen Keller and she wrote many children's books. She was the author of children's books and her first book name was Mother Stories. She was very famous during her time and all her books were very popular. So that is about Maud Lindsay, the author of the apple dumpling. So before we start reading the lesson, I will tell you about the story, what is there in the lesson. Let us see what is the lesson about. The apple dumpling is written by Maud Lindsay. As I told you, it is a story about an old woman and her wish to eat her favorite dish, apple dumplings. So this story is about an old woman. An old woman is there in the story and it is her wish. What is her wish? She wants to eat her favorite dish. And which is her favorite dish? Apple dumplings. Have you seen apple dumplings? You might have seen my previous video. Apple dumpling is a sweet dish made with the help of apples and other ingredients. So in this story, there is an old woman. It is her wish, it is a desire that she wants to eat apple dumplings. So with the heart of gold, means heart of gold means she is very helpful and very kind lady with the heart of gold and few plums from her tree. So this old woman has got a plum tree in her garden and her heart is of gold, means she is very kind and helpful lady. She sets out to trade, find apples to cook for the dish. So she takes plums in her basket from the tree which she has, and she sets out. She goes out of the house and she wants apples because she wants to cook her favorite dish, apple dumplings. But she is not having apples, so she only has plums. So she takes plums in her basket and goes out in search for the apples. On her journey, the old woman meets a number of people, none of whom have apples to trade with her. So the old woman goes out and searches for apple, but she meets all the people who have no apples to trade with her. So trade means exchange. She wants to exchange because she has plums in the basket. She wants to give away plums and she wants apples in her basket. But none of them have apples. No one gives her apples. Yet she helps them all, but that is in her nature. Still she is helping everyone whomever she meets. She trades her plums for a bag of feathers. So first of all, she gives plums and in return she gets bag of feathers with a woman and who wanted to make plum jelly. So there was a woman who wanted to make plum jelly. So this old woman gave her plums to that lady and in return she got bag of feathers. Then she moved on. Then she trades the feathers with a couple who wanted to make a pillow for their grandfather. After that, the old woman meets a couple, means a man and woman. They wanted to make a soft pillow. So this old woman gave the bag of feathers to that couple. She gets a bouquet in return. So what is the meaning of bouquet? Means collection of flowers. In return she gets flowers like roses and lilacs and lilies. And she gives bag of feathers to that couple. Now she is moving ahead with bouquet, the flowers. She trades bouquet with a young lord for gold chain. Now again trade means exchange. Now she has flowers with her, right? So she gives flowers, that bouquet, to the young lord, means the young man, and that young man gives the old woman a gold chain. In return now she gets chain. So now she is moving ahead with the gold chain. Then what happens? She gives away the chain to a poor family with no bread to eat. So now as the old woman is walking ahead, she sees a poor family sitting on the road. So that young woman was very helpful, very kind, as I told you. She has the heart of gold. So she gives away the gold chain to that poor family because they can eat something. In return, what did she get? She gets a puppy. Puppy means the young one of the dog. In return, that poor family gift the old woman with the puppy, a small dog. Finally, she meets a lonely old man in the need of a dog for a companion. Now, lastly, in the end of the story, the old woman meets an old man who wants a companion, a friend, and he also wants a dog as a companion. So, finally, that old woman gives the dog to the man. And what did the man give her in return? The old man? See, the man had a fine apple tree growing in his garden. So that old man had a very nice apple tree in the garden. In return for the puppy, he gives the old woman apples. So in return, that old man gave apples and the young woman gave him the puppy. She finally goes home and makes apple dumplings for herself. Finally, that lady was able to cook apple dumpling for herself. So this is about the story. Now we shall read the story line by line. Once upon a time, an old woman wanted to cook apple dumpling for dinner. Since cooking was her favorite pastime and apples her weakness. So what is given over here? There was an old woman, she wanted to cook apple dumpling for dinner. Why? Because her favorite pastime was cooking. She liked cooking, it was her hobby. And her weakness was apples. So, what is the meaning of this word weakness? WEAKNESS. Weakness means when you like something so much and you cannot live without that thing, that is called your weakness. So, that old woman liked apples a lot and she wanted to cook apple dumpling for dinner. She had all the flour and all the butter she could want. Now she was having butter and flour in the house. What? She was having flour and butter in the house. So much of flour and butter she was having in the house, in her cottage. She had enough sugar to cook 10 apple dumplings. Now, how much sugar did she have? She had enough sugar that she could cook 10 apple dumplings. So, what is dumplings? Dumplings is something which you stuff with ingredients and you make a sweet dish. DUMPLINGS, dumplings. Here we are talking about apple dumplings. So she had so much sugar in the house that she could cook 10 apple dumplings. Yet there was one thing she did not have, and that was apples. What did she not have? She did not have apples in the house. She had plums. In her yard stood a tree filled with roundest and most beautiful red plums. So what was there in her yard? In her garden there was a plum tree. Plum is a round red fruit. PLUMS, plums. What was there in the yard? A plum tree was there. Roundest means round shape. ROUNDEST. The plums were roundest and very beautiful red color plums. Still, you cannot make an apple dumpling with plums, and there is no use trying. But the lady knew that with plums she cannot make apple dumpling, because for apple dumpling we need apples. And there is no use trying. If you try to make apple dumpling with plums, you cannot make it. So there is no use trying. Now what does she want? She wants apple for making apple dumpling. So the old woman filled a basket with plums and set out in search of someone with apples. Now old woman went out with the basket of plums because she was having plums. So she filled the basket with plums and she was searching for apples, that if someone could give her apples for plums. She said to herself, there may be those in the world who want apples and need plums. Now what does she think? She said to herself means she thought that I will meet someone, those who want plums, and in return they can give me apples. Then soon she came to a farmyard and saw a young woman. She and the old woman began to talk. The old woman told her about the apple dumpling she wanted. Now see, the old lady came to a farmyard, to a garden, and there she saw the young woman. The young woman was standing there in the farmyard, the lawn, the garden, FARMYARD, farmyard. So the young woman was standing in the farmyard, and the old woman started talking with this young woman. Then the old woman told this young woman that I want to make apple dumpling. Can you give me some apples? She showed the young woman her basket of plums that she hoped to trade. The old woman showed that I have got basket of plums. I can give you plums, but can you give me apples? Oh dear, said the young woman, I would love to make a trade. My family loves plum jelly. Yet all I have to give you is a bag of feathers. So that young woman said that please give me plums because my family likes to eat plum jelly a lot. But I cannot give you apples. What can I give you? I can give you feathers. What are feathers? These are light weight that are attached to the body of birds. You can see feathers of the birds. So FEATHERS. It is there on the body of the birds. So the young woman said that I can give you feathers in return for plum jelly. Well, why not make a trade? Said the old woman. The old woman thought that no problem, I can exchange these plums for feathers. A bag of feathers, she thought, would at least be easier to carry. So that old woman thought that bag of feathers is very lightweight, it is not very heavy, but plums are heavier. So she gave plums to the young women. In return, she got bag of feathers. So they did means they exchanged, they made a trade. The old woman went on. Now the old woman went on. She went ahead now on the road. Soon she came to a house with a wonderful garden. Wonderful means very beautiful garden was there. WONDERFUL, wonderful. Now the old woman stopped at a place where she saw a beautiful, wonderful garden, and all of a sudden she heard loud voices from inside. So someone was shouting from inside. So the lady stopped to see who was shouting from inside. There were loud voices coming from inside the house. Now see what happens. Cotton, said the young woman loudly. Straw, yelled a man. So the young woman was shouting, cotton, cotton, and the man was shouting, straw, straw. Yelled means to shout. YELLED, yelled. So there was a couple, a man and a woman. They were shouting, cotton and straw. Here is someone who can help us, said the young woman. So the young women, that couple who were fighting, from that the young woman said that see, someone is there who can help us. She called, good mother, would you help us decide something? Then the young woman asked the old lady who was standing outside that, can you help us? We want to decide something. Can you please help us? If you were making a pillow for your grandfather's bed, wouldn't you stuff it with cotton? So that young woman asked the old lady that if you are making a pillow for your grandfather's bed, will you make it with cotton or not? Because cotton is very soft material. So will you make it with cotton? The old lady was standing there and she was thinking, what should I say? Should they make it with cotton or should they make it with straw? So this question was asked to the old woman that if you make a pillow, would you make it with cotton or something else? The old woman shook her head. The old woman, shook means the past tense of shake. She shook her head. Feathers will make the softest pillow. Then she gave another idea that you can make the pillow with feather and it will be very soft. Very soft means you can sleep on it very nicely. Softest. 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 It is the opposite of hardest. So the old woman suggested that they should make a pillow with the feathers and it will be very soft pillow, and handed them feathers. Then the old woman was having that bag of feathers. Do you remember? So she gave the bag of feathers to the couple. And for me, if you can give me some apples or bunch of flowers, I would be happy. So that old woman said that can you give me some apples or can you give me bunch of flowers? Then I would be very happy. So again she was exchanging. She gave them cotton and she gave them bag of feathers. Right? She was having that bag of feathers. So she gave bag of feathers to that couple. And in return she said that could you give me apples or could you give me bunch of flowers? Then I would be very happy. The man and the woman had no apples to give, but that couple was not having apples in their garden. Still, they were glad to gather a bunch of roses, lilacs and lilies from their garden. So what did they give in return for bag of feathers? They gave bunch of roses, lilacs, lilies from their garden. So these are all the names of flowers. See, lilacs, 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 LILIES, lilies. These are the names of flowers. So what did they give? In return they gave roses, lilacs and lilies to the old women. And this is the second time she exchanged. And she gave bag of feathers. In return she got this bunch of flowers. A good bargain, said the old woman to herself and carried on. Now the old woman went ahead to search for apples. Walking along the king's highway, the old woman passed a young lord. Now where was the old woman walking? She was walking on the king's highway, that is the name of the road. And there she met a young lord, means a young man was there. His face was sad, so that young man was looking very sad. Good day to you, young man, said she. So that old woman wished the young woman. She said, have a good day, have a nice day. Not such a good day, said the young lord. So that young man, the young lord, said that no, my day is not a very good day. The court jeweler didn't send me the ring he had promised. So what did the young man say? That the court jeweler means someone who sells the ornaments like gold, silver, ring or bracelet or something else, that is called court jeweler. You can go and buy gold things and silver things from court jeweler, the shopkeeper. What is the spelling? Jeweler, court jeweler. So the young lord said to the old lady that court jeweler did not send me the ring. I wanted the ring for my wife. The young man sighed, means he was very unhappy. Now I must go to my lady with nothing for her. He said that now I have to go to my wife and I cannot give any gift to her. What is this? Sighed. S-I-G-H-E-D. Sighed means unhappy. He said that now I cannot give anything to her. You will have a gift, said the old woman, though I may never have my apple dumpling. So the old woman said that don't be sad, I will give you something and you can give that gift to your wife. Then she took the flowers from the basket and gave them to the young lord. See, the old woman is giving flowers, bunch of flowers to the young lord. So she gave flowers to the young lord so he can give these flowers to his wife. And flowers from the basket and gave them to the young lord. He smiled brightly. See, he is smiling now, he is very happy. Kind woman, he said, I would like to give you something too. So that young lord said that I will also give you something in return. He handed her the gold chain from around his neck. The young man gave the gold chain from the neck around the neck to the lady. The old woman hurried towards the town as fast as her feet could take her. Now the old woman went down to the town very fast. Now what was there in the basket? Instead of flowers, now she was having the gold chain in her basket. And who gave this gold chain to the lady? This young lord. And now she went ahead in search for apples. Soon she passed a mother with many children. They looked sad. Now as the old woman was walking down the road, she saw a poor family was sitting on the road and they were very sad. What is the matter? She asked. So that lady asked the poor family, what happened? Today is a sad day. Our last crust of bread has been eaten. We have no money to buy more, said the mother. So mother said to the old woman that we don't have money. We want to buy food. Well, said the old woman, never will it be said that I ate apple dumpling for supper when my neighbors had no bread. So that old woman said that I will help you, don't worry. And I will also not eat apple dumpling till I give you some food. What is this? Crust, C-R-U-S-T, and here S-U-P-P-E-R, supper, the light meal, evening meal. So the old lady said that I will help you, don't worry. She put the gold chain in the mother's hands and went on her way without waiting for thanks. A few moments later, the mother and the children ran up behind her. So what did the old lady do? She gave the gold chain to the poor family which she was having, and then she moved ahead. She did not even wait for thank you, but that family ran behind her to give her something in return. See how kind that old lady is. She is not even waiting for thanks. She gave the gold chain to the poor family and she went on. We do not have much to give you, she said. Mother said, still, here is the little dog to show our thanks. His barking will keep you from being lonely. So that poor family gifted the old woman a little dog, a puppy. As I told you in the starting, the poor family gave a little dog to the old woman in return for gold chain. The old woman did not have heart to say no, so in the basket went the puppy. So what was there in the basket now? A small puppy. Now she was moving ahead with her puppy. Let us see now, said the old woman. Plums for feathers, feathers for flowers, flowers for a gold chain, and a gold chain for a little dog. All the world is give and take. Who knows but I may have my apple dumpling yet? And on she went. So she exchanged all these things, and now finally she was having a puppy in the basket. So she thought that maybe I can still get my apples and I can still make my apple dumpling. Now she went ahead and there was a little dog in her basket. Then, right before her, she saw an apple tree. It grew in front of a house that looked almost like her own cottage. On the porch of the house sat an old man. Now, the old woman reached the house, and it was a cottage which looked like her cottage. And she saw on the porch, means on the veranda, that is porch, Porch, who was sitting on the porch of the house. An old man was sitting on the porch of the house. That is a fine apple tree, said the old woman. So the old woman said that you have a fine tree of apples, because the old woman wanted apples. Well, I suppose it is, he said. Still, an apple tree is not a good companion for a man who is growing old. So that old man said that I am an old man, I live alone in my cottage. An apple tree is not a good companion. Companion means friend. What is the spelling? Companion, companion. Old man said that apple tree is not a good companion. I want a good friend. I would give all apples in my tree for a puppy to bark on my doorstep. So that old man said to the old woman that I want a puppy, and for that puppy I can give all the apples that are there on the tree of my garden. So old man wanted a puppy, and the old woman wanted apples. So what was there in the basket? She had puppy in the basket, and now she wanted apples. So what will they do? They will exchange. Bow bow. Bow wow, called the little dog from the old woman's basket. So the dog started barking that was there in the basket, and in less time than it takes for you to read the end of this story, the little dog was barking on the old man's doorstep. So that puppy jumped out of the basket and went to the doorstep and went to the old man, and he was barking, barking, barking. And the old woman was on her way home. At last she had a basket of apples on her arm. So the old man gave apples to the old woman, and the old woman gave the puppy to the old man. That was the last time that she exchanged, and finally she had a basket full of apples on her arm. If you try long and hard enough, you can always have the apple dumpling for supper. So the lady says that if you try very hard, if you try, and if you don't give up, that finally you can eat an apple dumpling for supper. Supper means for dinner. But you should try and try, she said. That night the old woman made a large wonderful apple dumpling. So as you can see over here, that night what did she make for dinner? She made a large and wonderful apple dumpling, and she ate it down to the very last crumb. Yum! And finally she ate the whole dish of apple dumpling, and she did not even leave a crumb. Crumb means tiny piece. crumb, crumb. She did not even leave a crumb of it, or not a piece of it. She ate the whole dish, and finally her wish of eating apple dumpling was fulfilled. So what do we learn from this story, The Apple Dumpling, written by Maud Lindsay? We learn from this lesson that you can get anything you wish for if you try hard enough. Means if you try and you don't give up, then you can get anything you want to. So don't give up. Always keep on trying, and finally you will get what you want. That is same about your studies. You should try, and when you try, you will finally get the rank, or you will finally get good marks. You should not just leave aside. If you don't know something, you should learn that thing, and you should get good marks in that. So try, and do not give up. That is what we learn from the lesson, The Apple Dumpling. So in the next video, we'll meet with poem 2. Till then, take care all of you. Goodbye.